This month in Philadelphia, a first-of-its-kind law went into effect, mandating that all businesses accept physical dollar bills or coins in exchange for goods and services. Overall, the percentage of cash payments in the U.S. has been dropping from 33% to 26% in just the past 4 years. That's prompted some businesses to go entirely cashless, but not everyone is buying in.
Morning, guys. This move away from cash comes as digital options like Apple Pay and PayPal have become more popular. Amazon has opened stores that automatically charge you for what you pull off the shelves. The cashless craze has also been embraced by lots of upscale, fast casual restaurants catering to city office workers. For some, these so-called frictionless transactions offer speed and convenience, but many Americans are still reliant on cash, and they have the support of an unlikely champion. A good chance you know a guy like William Greenlee.
If you like the good old Philly cheesesteak, we can go right down here.
Okay. Chatty, salt-of-the-earth type. The guy who slides up to a register.
I'll take one lemon.
And still pays cash.
There we are. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
And so, when Greenlee found a coffee shop right downstairs from his Philadelphia office that wouldn't take cash, well, that just rubbed him the wrong way.
Everybody comes into Center City. Business, employment, entertainment, whatever.
But not everyone could buy a coffee.
Exactly. And not everyone can go in there and buy a basic product.
The thing is, Greenlee is a Philadelphia city councilman. And so he proposed and passed legislation making Philadelphia the first city in the country to force retailers to take cash.
Unfortunately, Philadelphia has been called the poorest big city in America, which means that, there are people who do not have credit. Telling people who do not have the ability to have credit that you can't buy a basic product is not treating people fairly.
For fast-moving tech, William Greenlee had stumbled upon a strangely galvanizing issue. San Francisco and New Jersey followed with similar bills. Legislators from New York City and Washington, D.C. have called him for advice.
I think it hit a nerve with people, to be perfectly honest with you.
What's the nerve?
You're telling me that I can't use the currency of the United States of America?
1415. All right, Shalom. This is Howard 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Harakah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, Nakwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. I want to go into this topic dealing with the RFID chip. Well, actually, basically the system that they're setting up. All right, you have the RFID microchip, which is the actual device or the actual mark itself, and then you have the image, which is the system of the beast, or the New World Order and the whole beast system. Now they're using a certain term that keeps sticking out to me, man. Throughout that video, I noticed that they weren't really mentioning the dollar. They kept saying, they said that city council member, he was using dollars, but they weren't really speaking of dollars. They kept saying cashless. See, that's a legal term. You gotta, even the media, it's throwing up smoke screens, man. They pumping those courtroom based words into the mind of the people, of the masses. They say terms like cashless. You know what I mean? So what does that mean? That means the whole world is about to go cashless. All right, so I want to go into that and just kind of give you an idea of what cash is and why they keep saying cashless, and they're not just speaking of the dollar. The dollar is going to crash, which is going to cause America, which may cause America to pull from this SDR baskets, special drawing rights, and create a whole new currency. All right, so I want to get into what currency is, and America is what established the currency right now since the dollar creation. All right, so the dollar has been the world currency, since the 1970s. So that's been the world order. Now they're coming up with a new world order. All right, in which they want to put something else into circulation. and that's basically what currency means, for something to be circulated. What's going around in circulation as a medium of payment or to cancel a debt. All right. Now, it's crazy because it just so happens that the American dollar is based on debt. So they have to keep creating more debt to create more dollars. It's crazy, man. So now with that mindset, they call it what? Frictionless transaction. To where everything's quicker. You don't have to worry about people stealing your dollars or tax evasion. All these different forms of what would it be, man? Frustrations in dealing with money. They're trying to make it frustrating for you. That's why you deal with your device at the house, what they call the Fire Stick, or they changing everything up, making it frustrating. You go to the register, they give you have a bunch of cards. That was their whole idea, is to pile you up with cards. That's why you got a gift card, you got this card, you got that card, right? They pile you up with cards to where you at the register. Now you're holding the register up. Now it's pressure on you. So that's what they call frictionless transactions. They saying, hey, you can just walk through. It's either already paid for online, or you walk through with a card, and soon it's gonna be the chip. All right, because they even say that's another lesson where they say debit cards or cards are faulty. Can easily be hacked into. So, and you see they got the chip on people's cards. It's just right there, man. They bringing in the system and they're bringing in the device. That's it. The device, the actual chip, and they're bringing in the system to where they're calling it cashless, to where you won't be able to use any type of fiat currency, man. Paper dollars, paper currency. All right. That's in China, India, America, Sweden. So it says what? Money. A general, indefinite term for the measure and representative of value. All right. So that's why the Constitution says money shall not be known as a note. So the dollar is not a proper form or measure of gold or silver. All right, it can be inflated, hyperinflated. You can say, hey, $1. We have one gold dollar for one gold certificate, and these are the only ones on earth. The only paper currency is on earth for that gold. Next thing you know, you leave the room, then I print up 5 more, and I tell people, this is the gold certificate, the dollar, the paper currency form of that gold. This is the only one. Won't you buy into this? Give me 5 of your resources or whatever. You see that? So that's how they're making money off of $1. It's called hyperinflation and debt. So it says a general indefinite term for the measure and representative of value. Currency, the circulating medium. That's what currency means. Cash, all right, and that's what I'm going to get into next. Cash, but this is money, is a generic term and embraces every description of coin or banknotes, recognized by common consent as a representative of value in effecting exchanges of property or payments of debt. See, and right now they're using the dollar, as the currency because everybody agrees on it. The system agrees that the dollar is going to be the world currency ever since 1971. So now all these nations are pulling away from using what? All right. Now this is the word cash, because the dollars, American dollar is what? operating as a de facto currency. It's not a real or medium of value. It has no true value to it. It's basically paper trash reserve, man. It's something that's bad to have as a reserve currency. Holding it because it's being hyperinflated. There's more debt to it. You have to pay for the maintenance of keeping it in your bank as a reserve. It's losing value, spending wise. All right. And the same thing's happening with the other nations' currencies. Even though places like China have backed their yuan by gold, they can pull away from the paper form of the yuan and move towards a electronic form of it, as they're doing. All right. Crypto form or blockchain. And that's what they're doing, and they're going to say, hey, you got an account? Well, it's backed by gold now. It's backed by credit. And you get a brand new credit if you get set your name up in the blockchain system, basically binding the straw man to the human person. All right. Building the, what would the word be, man? I guess it'd just be paperwork, building the paperwork or the information in the system on the actual human breathing person. All right. And then they're going to actually apply the chip to the person and say, hey, you got to receive this. And that's why I played the clips all the way to the end of that video where it said DC, Jersey, New York were all calling the city councilman and trying to move in that direction of forcing the companies to accept dollars. That's all them, putting up a blur because mirage, because they're easily swayed, man. That's what they're in position for. The government can make a decision, or a president, and it'll surpass all of that. Or if the UK makes a decision and says everybody has to move away from the dollar because it's a weak currency, and then America's forced to go to the SDR basket and pull from their options and say, hey, we're going to create a whole new currency since the dollar's still the world currency. We just want to replace it while we still got a chance to, boom, boom, boom. And then they put the RFID chip in place, or say, hey, everybody got to move away from the dollar and go cashless and get this biometric card or radio frequency identification card and have this ID tied to it and all this. And they tie that right to the RFID chip. Who knows, man? Or they can go straight to the chip and put that in place or mingle it all together. All right. And you see, Apostle Harger put out a video that showed clearly, man. I'm gonna do a video land back in that video. If somebody get that chip, they can't take it out. Even if they get the physical framework of the chip taken out, which is the actual device, it's gonna read your DNA or your what would it call, man? Your makeup, your biometric makeup, or whatever you call it, right? It's going to program. It can override that. It can override your whole making, man. Your data. Your mind. Control your ass. How about that? I say it in layman's terms. Now it says what? Cash, ready money. All right, so that's what cash is. Ready money. Something you can pull out your pocket, pay, boom. What are they accepting in America as far as that? They accept coins. They accept the dollars, right? They minted coins. They accept United States minted coins. They accept what is that called, man? Yeah, money orders. All right. They accept money orders. All right. And that's what they accept in America as payment. And now they're accepting what? Cashless payments. They're moving towards cashless payments, which is electronic payments, and they're not accepting cash. It says whatever can be used as money without being converted into another form. That which circulates as money. All right, so including bank bills. So now they want to take the dollars out of circulation, and they want to take cash, the physical fiat currency cash, out of circulation. All right, and that's with all the countries, and that way they can put a more control. People won't be able to stash money. You won't be able to. They won't have tax evasion. Anything you do, transaction on the street, capital gain, commodities, where you trade, they'll have a hand in that. You know, so you can go on and on. All right, check this out. It says, what countries are going cashless? Singapore, 61%. That's a lot, man. Netherlands, 60%. I think that's over there in the UK. Or if I'm not mistaken, near Germany or something like that. France, 59%. Sweden, they got the chip. They move straight towards the electronic system where nothing's in circulation, man, but just straight frictionless transaction. Canada, Belgium, UK, USA, see, America, Babylon, 45%, so it's 50% cashless. Australia, all right, and Germany, that would be 33%. So this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. And that's to get an advantage of somebody, that whole frog in the pot system that they're doing. You put a frog in a hot pot, it's going to hot right out. People would revolt. Hey, yeah, you mandatory, get this chip. A lot of people won't want that. They don't want to get nothing pricked inside of them. Jake get roused up at time, getting a revolutionary spirit here and there. Pro rights in America, all that bullshit. So it says what? Let Satan, who's Satan? Esau, man, the adversary, right? Pushing the system. Should get an advantage, man. Because what? We contending against the system. And to get an advantage is to what? Catch you off guard. So the Lord let us know everything they're doing in secret. All right? Most of their plans. There's nothing so secret that should not come to light. All right? Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. What's his devices? His imaginations. All right? Everything that he's sitting there just conjuring up. What else can I do to trap these damn people? That's what he's doing, man. All of this, they moving rapidly towards a cashless society where they can all become rich, and they want to lock it in to where they'll be rich forever, meaning their family members' bloodline. But the Lord nah, he about to shut all that down. This is all prophetic. The RFID chip is the mark of the beast, and that's what it's going to lead to. Them trying to put biometric system into your body, all right, a chip, and create a system what would you call it? Ledger. I just woke up, man. Sorry about that. But a ledger-based system, all right, which is a file on the person's name or their whole makeup of things they like. That's what they're doing. The shit on the social media. right? Predictive sales, promotions, where they try to promote shit to you. And even on YouTube, they try to narrow it down to the selection that you may like by the things you pick. It's all part of the system, man. You know, all these app-based jobs, they're tracing out the places in America, the things people like. Cutting off the regular employment of delivery from certain places. So it says what? For we are not ignorant of his devices, man. And that's one of his devices and imaginations is to start a new world order to where the dollar's not the world currency, not the lead currency, to where they're not using cash and they want to move towards an electronic based system to where the RFID chip is the antenna, a connection to the person. All right, where they put that into the body, and then they have a system, a ledger, that's in the file of a beast system, man. You know, which AI technology, artificial intelligence, that's gonna control these damn people. It's crazy, right? So, but for people like Zabak and all these false prophets, man, that be teaching that the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast, what warning are you giving them? This shit that they bringing, and the way it's creeping in, and the way they using deception, by the time everybody look, it's gonna be here. You can look in your pocket now. You got the chip on your card now. They moving fast, all right? So that's why the scriptures say knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time, man. You see, he kept mentioning the poor, the poor. Philadelphia is the poorest big city in America. He kept saying the poor. You know? Well, check this out. Psalms 37:7. Rest in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Wait patiently for him, and that's what we're doing. The hopeful elect. That won't get the chip, man. Be willing to die not to get it. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way. All right, so we don't fret ourselves because we see Esau bringing the system about, because we know the scriptures that the Lord said as soon as they're about to fill their belly, that's when he's going to cast fire upon them. All right, and don't fear none of the incredulities of men. You know, and no weapon that's formed against us shall prosper. You know, and the wind shall blow, but those that are built upon the foundation of Yahushua. So if you don't have no foundation, you're going to fall to this shit. All right, and the Lord going to deliver his bird, that speckled bird, from the snare of the fowler, which is Esau. As soon as that trap begin to fall, the Lord going to snatch you out of there. All right, and he's going to cover us. But those that do not have a covering, and they seek the covering of this world and of Esau and of these idols, man, they're going to get that chip. And when they get it, that's their ass, man. All right. They're gonna receive the judgment that Yahweh is going to bring upon them. Psalms 37:7. Rest in Yahweh and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. All right. So we see Esau bringing about their little trickery or they rabbit out of the hat. You know, same people in the 1800s or whatever that would pull up on a horse and they have their wagon with their miracle elixirs, and they'd be like, I got a new one this week, and they'd be all bullshit. You know, and that's what they're doing now. All right, that's their potions. They're witches. So they're bringing wicked devices, man. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon Yahweh, they shall inherit the earth, man. That's why the scriptures say, be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. All right, just go out and do the work, warn the people, And we should not be delivered by our own might. We're going to be delivered by faith. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's literally going to protect you from getting that chip. He said he'll keep you from the hour of temptation. And in famine, you're going to eat. And there's a famine coming. And that's where the dollar comes into play at, the hyperinflation and all of that. Right? But the cashless society, that's going to get everybody, because you have two divides. You have people that bank, that's what they call them, unbanked. You have some unbanked people. That's what they said. You have people that are banked, meaning they have an actual account, a banking account, or investments and things like that. But then you have people that don't have any of that. And that's what they want to do. That's what they say, in Revelation 13, rich and poor. Those that have money, those that don't. Even those that are in the banking system and those that are not. All right? That's going to be the war right there. Civil war. People that don't want to get the chip, people that do. People that don't want to go cashless, and people that do. All right? Psalms 37 and 10. No, 9. For evildoers shall be cut off. See, you're going to cut them off. But those that wait upon Yahweh shall inherit the earth. All right. So 2/3 of our people that following after the ways of the devil, of Satan, of Esau, and this system, then what? And they love a cashless society, whatever. It's cool, man. Yeah, we can do away with the dollars. Let's get it. Right. Moving on and getting cryptocurrency and what you call that? Blockchain. Those people, you got to watch them, because they don't understand that the Lord said we're going to inherit the kingdom. We're going to inherit the earth. All right. Now, if you got somebody that's in the truth and they got blockchain, cryptocurrency, they got to have faith, because they got to be willing to just throw that away. That's different. But I'm talking about the people that have their mind and their faith in the system. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. So you getting the chip from a man, a system, a man that created a system, Esau, Caucasian race. They created a system called America, New World Order, European Union, all these different philosophies of the devil, right? Secret societies. And they came up with this chip, this device. And if you get it, he's just a vain imagination. It says what? For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. All right, the Lord going to bring them down to their original position and beyond that. And you sitting there with that chip inside your body. A king, a prince, princess, a woman, and children, princes and princesses. And you sitting there and you belong to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but you get somebody else's badge of servitude in your body. In your mind, that your faith and your false doctrines that you have in this system is your spiritual mark. All right, that you have the devil, and the fruit that you bear, the wisdom, the false wisdom that you bear. People like Zabak, that's your badge, spiritual badge. But to get the chip, that's the Revelation 13. All right. That's Revelation 13 to be marked or badged with the servitude of their new world order. If you get that, then you're claiming that you belong to the devil, and the Lord's pushing you to that side. And it's coming, man. All right. This is right now. They're going cashless. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The meek are those that submit to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the lowly, even the women that are meek in spirit, or in spirit of meekness and the truth. But the men, women, and children that believe in Yahushai, he's meek and lowly in spirit, not submitting to the system, but submitting and humbling ourselves to our King. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. All right, so the Lord's gonna laugh at all these people, man. That's gonna get the chip, the ones that's the deceived and the deceiver. The Lord gonna laugh at both of them because they both belong to Yahweh. By Shemel Shah. And they wrestling over who belonged to what. It's funny, man. The wicked have drawn out the sword. See, they ready. They drawn out their sword. They ready to eat. They got the table set. They got the trap ready, martial law, all these different things, man. The system in place, the chip, the order out of chaos, where they claim to bring the order from. The wicked have drawn out the sword. All right, and they ready to try to gain the fatness of the earth one more time and put hell on Jake, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. And they ready to basically go against the scriptures, man. All right, because they're Satanists, the people that's pushing that chip. That's another thing. You get the chip, you're bound down to Satan, man. So people like Zabak talking about something. If you get the chip, it doesn't matter. No, if you get the chip, they don't hide it. Look up Digital Angel. All these people, they don't hide it that they're Gothic. They're devil worshippers. And you're going to get that damn chip in your body? What the hell, man? I don't care if they weren't devil worshippers. You still shouldn't get no chip in your body. All right, because the scripture say this body belongs to Yahweh. And this is his temple. All right, we're not supposed to get any pricks into our body or tattoos and things like that. So it says, now you get piercings in your ear or piercing in your nose, from nose rings and things like that. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. And that's why the scriptures say the devil shall come down having great wrath, because he knows that his days are short. All right. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. And the upright conversation is the truth. They see us out there prophesying. Right? He said that's why scripture say no servant is greater than his master. And persecution is coming. Their swords shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. That's what scripture said. Every weapon formed against us shall not prosper. All right. So the Lord gonna let them shoot them at us. He's gonna let the storm show up, but he's gonna protect us in it. He's gonna let the fire from the oven be hot, but he's not gonna let us be burned. A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked men. All right. So what does a righteous man have? He can just have a penny, and that's what we really have. That spiritual penny. Because in this society you don't have much, or whatever you do have, your daily bread. That's way more than what a rich man has, like somebody like Rick Ross or Donald Trump or Michael Jackson or Floyd Mayweather. If you're in this truth and you're a newborn in this truth, if you continue in the faith, you have way more than Floyd Mayweather. You're rich, all right? The riches of this world are cankered, and they can moth and rust do corrupt, and thieves can steal. All right? Money can be manipulated and controlled, and people can be put in slavery and shit like that. All right. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yahweh upholdeth the righteous man. So the Lord going to uphold the hopeful elect, the elect, in the days of trouble, in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the famine, in the pressures of this world, the temptation, the trial that's coming upon everybody, upon this world. When they push the trap on everybody, the weather events, the disease, warfare, right? The war, World War III, civil wars, the dollar collapse, all these different things, man, martial law. It's all a vanity, man. It's all a mirage. And you just gotta have faith. You know, you gotta look at this place like the Danger Room off of X-Men. It's all a mirage, a testing ground, trial. All right, where you feel pain through what we call nervous systems. You know, that sends signals to the brain. You know, there's no such thing as pain, man. It's all vanity once you understand things. So there's nothing to fear, and especially knowing that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has delivered us from death. The proof is you being in his truth and seeing the prophecies happen. Yeah, he's out there and he's alive, so there's nothing to fear. You know, don't fear man. 18. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. Wow. He knows all your work that you're doing. All right. And our inheritance is going to be eternity. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. So us teaching the truth, we're not going to be ashamed because we're going to hope for a reward. All right. And in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. That way, say, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. And in that hungry, a lot of these people, they're going to trust in Egypt. You know, they're going to trust in America. And being put back in that trap. What's called Stockholm Syndrome. It says, but the wicked shall perish. Wow. So they're going to get that chip, or they're going to die off, either one. And the enemies of Yahweh shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, and smoke, into smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. And what do they call the dollar? They call it the cash curse. All right. And I'm gonna do that lesson later. The cash curse. It was an Edomite on the same video. He wrote a book called The Curse of Cash. And it's crazy. Revelations 13-16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. And their right hand, it could be any hand. He's talking about between your thumb and your pointer finger. All right. And that area is what connected to your brain. The proof of that is you can press on it. And that's what we do. I haven't had headaches in years. You press on that area, that pressure point, and it gets rid of headaches. See that? So it's connected to your nervous system. So you get it there or in your brain, then you got the mark of the beast. And you're going to be destroyed. Right? Rich or poor, so that's everybody, the whole world. And who can do that right now? The UK or America? They're the only ones that have that power right now. China doesn't even fully have it. They're gaining it, but America still has the grip on the world currency, which is the dollar. They can remove that in the special drawing rights and replace it with RFID blockchain, or say cashless, and cause everybody to get a biometric card or something like that. All right. Or a radio frequency card or something like that. Identification card. Where it has everybody's information on it, like Trump was talking about. And then they mess around and force everybody to get what? They have the chip. It's crazy. That way said, what? It can cause them to receive it. That way you have China, Jersey, New York, DC, all reaching out to the councilman in Philadelphia. But all they have to do is put a dictator in place after the elections, if it ain't Trump already, or Esau over there in the UK, to force the hand of America to push the chip, and these nations to get the chip. All right, where they just delete all fiat currency or paper currency from the SDR baskets, and they say, "Hey, everybody, this is the British or the Bank of England, and we're basically running the IMF, or what you would call the SDR, special drawing rights, the basket of currencies around the world. And we're no longer accepting your fiat or paper current cash in that basket. You got to have something in the basket. What do you have? China going to say gold. We got crypto. We got oil, rubles. Russia going to say we got rubles backed by gold and oil. Venezuela going to say they got crypto backed by oil and whatever else. America going to say they have nothing. That's it. They got the chip. That's it. So it would have to be the other way around. It had to be America. America has to, might be the one to push the chip first. You know what I mean? Like really make it the world currency. So however it happens, it's going to be through America or through Europe. All right, the Illuminati. Now it says they receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man, that no man might buy or sell. That's a cashless society, save he that had the mark. And what's the mark? Is the RFID chip. All right. It means charagma, something implanted or pricked into the hand, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, and the purpose, or have an account in that system, and in their New World Order system, Mark of the Beast system. All right. If you understand the 666, it's basically Chi Psi Stigma, which is the chip, the actual connection to the chip, which is you have the device, then you have the actual chip, and then you have the prick into the hand. All right, blockchain, then you have the actual chip itself, the RFID chip, then you have it being pricked into the hand, stigma. So it's right there, man.
You're telling me that I can't use the currency of the United States of America?
1415. Just last year, cashless seemed cool. The owners of Dos Toros Taqueria told CBS News they rarely had to turn away customers wanting to use cash.
That's where everything's going. I know China's basically there already. India's halfway there.
Two Forks, another fast casual spot, touted the increased efficiency of going cashless.
With every cash transaction, the payment process was slowing down significantly.